Hello friends, I am Dr. Madhukar Jadhav, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. In previous lecture, we have studied regarding theodolite traversing. In that, we have seen what is meant by latitude, what is meant by departure. Then we have seen regarding consecutive coordinates, independent coordinates, and closing error of the traverse. In this lecture, we are going to study regarding balancing of traverse, then what is meant by Bowditch rule, what is meant by transit rule or compass rule, and then Gale's traverse table. So starting with balancing of traverse, as we know, in case of traverse, the algebraic sum of latitude must be 0 and also the algebraic sum of departure should be 0 for ideal condition. In other words, the sum of northing must be equal to sum of southing and the sum of easting must be the same as that of the westing. Then we can say that there is no error in the latitude and departures. But in actual practice, if we plot traverse with field measurements, there may be some error called as closing error. This is always found to exist while calculating the latitudes and departures of the traverse. The total error in latitude and departure are determined and then distributed among the traverse stations proportionately according to the following rules. First rule is Bowditch rule and second one is transit rule or compass rule. We will see these rules one by one. First of all, Bowditch rule. It is also known as the compass rule and is most common when traverse adjustments. It is used when the angular and linear measurements are equally precise. Means when there is an importance for both measurement of lengths as well as measurement of angles. By this rule, the total error in latitude and that in departure is distributed in proportion of the lengths of the sides of the traverse. So first formula for correction to latitude of any side. Correction to latitude of any side is equal to length of that side divided by perimeter of the traverse into total error in latitude. Similarly, correction to departure of any side is equal to length of that side divided by perimeter of the traverse into total error in departure. Then transit rule is, this rule is used to balance the traverse when angular measurements are more precise than the linear measurements. Means when there is a more importance to angular measurements, then this transit rule is used. By this rule, correction can be calculated by the following formula. First one, correction to latitude of any side is equal to latitude of that side divided by arithmetic sum of all latitudes into total error in latitude. Similarly, correction to departure of any side is equal to departure of that side divided by arithmetical sum of all departures into total error in departure. Next one, we are going to see the Gale's traverse table. The objective of traverse computation is to determine the independent coordinates of the traverse. As we know, independent coordinates are the coordinates due to which total traverse falls in northeast coordinates, means all coordinates are positive. This is used to plot the position of stations on drawing sheet. The computation can be performed systematically by carrying out computations in a tabular form suggested by the Gale. So such a table is known as Gale's traverse table. Next one, the procedure used for making Gale's traverse table. So in this various steps are there, and by using these steps we can find out each and every components of the Gale-Travers table. So first step is adjust the interior angles to satisfy the geometrical condition, that is sum of interior angles should be equal to 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. So this formula is used to find out the sum of interior angles of the traverse, and exterior angles is equal to 2n plus 4 into right angle, or we can say 90 degree. So by this formula we can find out the summation of all interior angles. After this, in this case of compass traversing, the bearings are adjusted for local attraction. So starting with the observed bearing of one line, calculate the bearing of all other lines and reduce the bearing to quadrantal form. Means if suppose we have measured the bearing of one line and the angles are known, then starting from that observed bearing and using the corrected angles, we have to find out the bearings for other sides of the traverse. Then from bearings and the length of the sides, we can calculate the conjugative coordinates, or we can say latitudes and departures for each and every station. After that, we have to calculate the summation of latitude and summation of departure, and we have to find out how much is the error in latitude and how much is the error in departure. The next step, apply necessary correction to the latitude and departure of the lines so that summation of latitude will be equal to 0 and summation of departure is equal to 0. So these corrections are applied either by transit rule or by compass rule, depending upon the type of traverse. And finally, using the corrected conjugative coordinates, we have to calculate the independent coordinate to the points so that they all positive. Hence, the whole of the traverse thus lie in the northeast quadrant, or we can say northeast quadrant or first quadrant. The next, we will see the various columns of the Gale-Travers table. So this is the Gale-Travers table. For this, there are about 15 columns are there. So first column is in related to a station, maybe say A, B, C, D, depending upon the closed traverse. Then angle, for example, angle at station A, angle at station B, at C, D, and so on. Then we have to take the sum of the angles and we have to find out the correction. Then whatever the correction is there, that correction we have to either add or subtract from the observed angles, and then we have to find out the corrected angles. Then we have to find out the whole circle bearings for all lines, maybe say AB, BC, CD, and whatever the lines are there. Then from the whole circle bearing, we have to find out the reduced bearings. And here we have to write the quadrant in which that line falls. Then again here we have to write the line say AB, then BC, CD, and so on. And then whatever the measured lengths of that lines are there, that we have to enter in this column. After that, we have to write the stations, or you can say points, say A, B, C, D, and so on. And then by using formula, latitude is equal to L cos of theta and departure is equal to L sin of theta. L means length of that side. We have to find out northing, southing, easting, and westing. And then we have to take the summation of northing, summation of southing. Similarly, summation of easting and summation of westing. And if there any correction in northing, southing, easting, westing, so that corrections we have to enter over here, because for a closed traverse the sum of northing must be equal to sum of southing, and sum of easting should be equal to sum of westing. If it is not, then we have to find out the corrections, and that corrections are calculated by compass rule or say transit rule. So corrections are written over here after calculating the corrections by transit rule, and then by applying these corrections to these consecutive coordinates, we have to find out corrected consecutive coordinates here: northing, southing, easting and westing. And then here the northing is equal to southing and easting is equal to westing, means there is no error. And then we have to choose the coordinates of common origin in such a way that all traverse point should fall in the first quadrant, or we can say in northeast quadrant. So here we can calculate the independent coordinates. Then next one numerical is given in this table. So line AB, its length, then BC, CD, DE and EA, and here the points are written A, B, C, D. Then angles are written over here. The correction for angle is calculated as per the summation over here. Then corrected angles are calculated by applying the correction, and these angles are written like this. Then finally whole circle bearings given, they are written over here, and from the whole circle bearing, the reduced bearing along with quadrants are written in this column. Then consecutive coordinates are calculated by the formula L is equal to length into cos of the reduced bearing, and these northings are calculated, then southing are calculated, easting are calculated and westings are calculated, and according to the quadrant they are written either in northing, southing, easting or westing. And then sum of the northing is taken, sum of the southing is taken, similarly sum of easting and sum of westing. And see, this is the correction to the latitude and this is the correction to the departure. Then corrections are applied, or correction to each lines are calculated by using Bowditch rule, and that corrections are written over here. Similarly for departure, these corrections are calculated. And finally these corrections are applied to these consecutive coordinates, and the corrected consecutive coordinates are calculated like this. So northing, then southing, easting and westing. Then next most important step is that we have to choose the coordinates of common origin. For in this we have taken 200 and 100 as a north coordinate and east coordinate, so that our traverse lie in the first quadrant. Now in these common coordinates we have to add northing, we have to subtract southing, and we have to continue up to the last. Similarly in this 100 we have to add easting and subtract westing, and we have to continue like this. So we will get the independent coordinates for the traverse. So like this. So these are the independent coordinates. All independent coordinates are positive, so we can say that our traverse falls in first quadrant or northeast quadrant, and with this plotting of the traverse becomes very easy. So all about this lecture. Thank you.